Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is someone that has been such an encouragement to me and has been a part of Entrepreneurs of Faith from the very beginning of our networking. But I want you to hear from her. I want her to introduce herself and then tell a little bit about how she makes a difference in the world.
Hey there, it's me, Dr. D, Daisy Jones. I am purposed by God to do what I do. And one thing that I've learned in my going on 76 years, y'all, I'm 75 and a half. And even my daughters and things say, Mom, why you do that? Because you got to understand, as long as you're breathing, you have a purpose. And for me, we all go through things. But as looking at me, if you're not 75 and a half, you're looking at the future. But you got to understand that God gives us a particular purpose and assignment. And as you were saying earlier in your motivational moments, that they're just for you. So I said to God, through all the things that I've gone through, moving to Georgia and all of that, and I asked him to show me what I got to do because I don't know. Because I've made decisions, even to the point he had me pen my first book, Life Decision Workbook. And so it begins, because it begins with your life decisions that you were saying about being a pastor and all of that. And even though you don't pastor a church, you took the call to pastor community. But you took it to in the right realm. Why? Because the word teaches us to go ye out into all the world. So for me, it's go ye out into all the world and do what I do too. A lot of people look at me and say, Dr. D, you a preacher? No, I'm a teacher. Because if God said, go ye out into all the world, I am not going to shut myself because I want to be a pastor. I want to be a preacher. If God said you're not a preacher, okay, I'm good with that.
Well, Dr. D,
So, but my business
yes,
is EY Productions. He started that because of my roots in production. So I said, okay, I got that. EY Production, media production of anything that has to do with shows, movies, events, and that sort of thing. Then he gave me my own show, which is Express Yourself through that. After that, he gave me the QOS Group, which is a nonprofit for women to teach women there's a difference between a female and a woman. You don't want to be running around here. I would look crazy being a 75-year-old female and have not matured into a woman. And then finally, in this last quarter of my life, he said, teach. So that's where the NuWave Consulting Group comes in it, because you have to teach people how to be who they are, no matter where they are. And you can't be an entrepreneur and you jacked up, because if you jacked up, your business is going to be jacked up. Why? Because you are the blood life of your business.
let me ask you this, because I I understand that you have gone through the coursework for government contracting. And I understand that Atlanta Black Chambers, the various organizations, they are trying to get members to collaborate,
Right.
to try to work together on possibly some contracting opportunities. Could you speak to maybe what, if someone is listening that might wonder if they could partner with you or some of the government contracting kind of skill set, or I mean expertise that you have?
Well, yeah, and one thing that for me, we are to work together anyway, be it a government contract
All right, preacher.
or no, seriously. But then there are certain expertise and lanes that the company within itself, when you are more privy to the acknowledgement and the purpose and the need of that, then you have to work together, because there's such a thing as subcontracting. You may have the headliner for whatever the contract calls for, but if you work with other people that even have more expertise within that, that's the good part, where we have to, now that's making you work together. because the government don't play.
So again,
So
would it be your understanding the government contracting process or the administrative management kind of skill sets that other people who might be thinking about, well, man, I need to partner with someone
right,
to
right,
something. Is
yeah,
that what you bring to
yeah.
the table?
What that teaches you is all of the steps, so that you can identify a business knowing what steps they got. Well, if you got those steps, then Dr. Ursula got the other steps. You see what I'm saying? So then if somebody else got the other step, then I help, weave it together so that it all comes out as what they expect. And you get paid to do that, because the government is the highest paying entity employee in the country, in the world. So whatever your expertise is, especially if you're really there, then they will give you that. But you got to perform. And once it teaches you to work with other people to make sure that everybody is on the same page, performing at the same. You 100%. You with you, like you almost like an open door, because
Dr. D, last month, last time we were here, we had that government contracting
right,
focus.
right, right.
And so what I wanted you to do was make sure that if somebody's listening to this, that they could see how you in the government contracting area could be a part of the team. Thank you so much for letting us get a feel and a sense of the skill set, the wisdom that you bring to the table. I'm constantly thinking about how God is going to use you to help specifically women to come through their journey by way of something that you've already experienced so that you can teach
Right,
them.
right, right.
So let's give her a wonderful hand. Thank you so much.
But I do want to, yes, I'm a professional teacher, so it's kind of like hard. But what I want to let the audience know, as far as McPhail Studios, because when it comes to government contracting, McPhail Studio sits in a hub zone. Now, when you learn about government contracting, you'll see how important it is to be sitting in a hub zone. And that's why I commend you for God putting you in a place that's a hub zone. And any business, if you sitting in a hub zone, it's on and popping, and the government ain't gonna stop you.
All right, all right.